Hi everyone, my name is Mia. I am the Etsy shop owner of Dress by Mia. It's a pretty new shop. I opened it actually last year in November of 2019, but I didn't really start being able to put my all into it until this year when I moved to Atlanta, and then in October I started getting a lot of inventory and putting up a lot of listings and really started getting the ball rolling. And I started making my first sales right before Black Friday 2020. And within the last month, I've had 59 sales. So pretty fast. Everything right now is a little slow because I moved my processing times to 3 to 5 weeks because I am in Philadelphia at my family's home for vacation. And then once I go back to Atlanta, I will put my processing times back down to 1 to 5 days. And usually I ship out next day. And hopefully, things will keep going in with the momentum that I was having. I have a lot of new listings. Um, and I still have a lot more that I want to put up, but I'm not home to make anything, so it's gonna have to wait. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tip before I get into the video. I want you guys to look at these old pictures from last year, and then these are newer pictures from this year, and the quality of the pictures is like, it doesn't compare. I mean, in Spanish we say it's from heaven to earth. I mean, like from the sky to the ground. Like that's how big of a difference it is. Um, But before I had horrible lighting, which I don't have the greatest lighting in my new home either. But back then I didn't know much, so I would just use fabrics in the background, and I would use a ring light, and it was not working for me. So when I moved to Atlanta, I have a little more space now. I got a ring light. I'm sorry, I got a light box for my pictures. They come with these white, black, and like neutral solid color backgrounds, which you barely see in these pictures. I mean, you can see them here and here. And then it has LED lights on the top or the ceiling of the box. So the light is really white, really clear, and you barely have to edit your pictures. You really don't have to edit them, but you can add a little brightness and a little saturation if you want to, just to have them um, look a little extra bright. Like for instance, this one I didn't edit, and then this one I just put up the saturation a little bit, and um, really I could have not edited just like this one, and it would have been fine. So it's up to you, but they help your pictures out tremendously. So they're not very expensive. I got mine on Amazon, and I have no complaints. Um, I have no complaints at all with it, and I would highly recommend if you are kind of lost and you want to improve your product photography, that is a good way to start. There's obviously better ways to do it, but it's a good start. It's a cost-effective start, I should say. So, yeah, that's the tip that I wanted to give to you guys. But the video that I want to do today is about how I do my Etsy shop banners and my thank you cards for my shop. As you can see here, I have my logo. I have a Christmas theme, and it's really nice because I do it within like maybe 15 minutes. I could do all my designs, and then when the Christmas season is over, I could go ahead and make another one and make another one and keep changing them so that the customers remember me when they come to my shop. Um, Also, my thank you cards have my logo, so it's all cohesive and it all blends together, and it makes for a better experience for the customer. Um, they could keep your thank you cards and then remember where they got the product, the last item that they purchased from you. Um, And really, it just lets them know that you're active on your Etsy shop. I mean, if you're constantly changing not constantly like every week, but if you're constantly, changing the banners and having new things, they see that you're active in your Etsy shop and they trust you a little more to spend their money with you. So I want to show you guys how I do this because I know that in the Discord server there's a lot of new ladies, and even the ones that have been doing this for a while, it's never a bad thing to learn new things, right? So first you go to edit shop right here, and you're gonna go up here in this little pencil to edit your banner. You're gonna put change layout, and then it's gonna give you options of a big banner, a mini banner. Um, Honestly, I've never used the mini banner, but I've used the big banner. That's the only one I use. And it says the minimum image size is 1200 by 300 pixels. So I started with this because when you go to Canva, which I'm already signed in, you're going to want to know the size of the banner or whatever you're going to create. You're going to want to know the dimensions just so that when you go to print or when you go to use it, you have to edit as little as possible. I'm not very good at editing, so if I can get it all done in one step, that's much better for me. A quick detail that I would like to share with you guys, I do have the Canva Pro subscription, but I just got it last month, and before then I was doing all types of things with Canva, so it's not necessary if you don't have the budget for it, or if you're like me where I try to avoid subscriptions at all costs because they start to add up. So I don't want to be putting my money into subscriptions that you barely use anyways when you could be putting that money into your business. Or in my case, I have 3 children that I have to feed, clothe, put a roof over their head. I'm sorry. So there's other places where my money can go besides subscriptions. So I try to limit my subscriptions as much as possible. So if it's not possible for you to get the pro subscription, do not worry about it. You will be okay and you will be able to get a lot of nice things done regardless. The pro subscription has a few benefits. Like you could use transparent backgrounds, you could save your designs into different formats, like for instance SVG, which I am a Cricut user, so I use SVGs, but I have not figured out how to use the SVGs on Canva to where they're to my liking. So most of the time I just go on Cricut and Cricut Design Space and I will do them over there because I cannot tweak it to the way I want it to on Canva. So really, you can live without the Pro. The good thing is it comes with extra stock photos and it comes with extra fonts that you could use, which is nice, but it's not necessary. So I'm going to click here at custom dimensions, and you have the option of pixels, inches, millimeters, centimeters. I use inches and pixels the most. So for instance, for my thank you cards, I might put 6 inches by 4 inches. Or since we're starting with the banner, you want to use, like we just saw on Etsy, you want to use 1200 by 300 pixels. And you're going to click create new design. So you have here different templates that you can use, and for the most part they are customizable. You could change the words, you could change certain aspects of the template. But personally, I usually start at the photos. I really don't use the templates very much. And then I'm going to look for New Year's photos. So these are all the options that you have. There's tons of stock photos that you can use, whatever makes you happy. So the thing is that since you have this horizontal banner, you don't want to use photos like this that are more of a square shaped or um, a vertical photo. You want to use things that are more like this one, which are horizontal, and even in this case, you have to stretch them out to get them to fit in your banner. So let me show you real quick before I get into the design. You have to stretch them out, and what sucks about that is that when you stretch them out, you start to lose elements of the photo. So you have to kind of pick and choose what part. I mean, it still looks nice, it still works, but you don't get the full photo. So what you can also do is grab the design and only do maybe about a piece of your banner with the photo, and then click on the background, and you can change the photo, the rest of the background. You could change it with colors that coordinate your photo, like these. But usually I try to take advantage of as much of the photo as I can to make it look not so edited and not so, make it look more cohesive, make it look prettier and more professional. So this is an option. I mean, if you're doing anything, you can do it like this and it still looks good, but I personally prefer to do it the way I'm going to show you now. So let me go back to the home screen, I guess, and you can see here I have recently used photos. So I'm going to click here on this one because I'm going to make my banner with the New Year's theme. So I'm going to put this over here on the right hand side because I like to use the rest of the banner like how you just saw on the banner that I have on my Etsy currently. I like to put my logo and I like to put some sort of message on the banner just so that it's more of a personalized banner. It's just for my business, and it just looks nice. So far this is what it's looking like. Really pretty. I mean, you could leave it like this if you choose to, but like I said, I like to have something a little more personalized and more specific to my business. So I like to brand everything. So I went to uploads and I already have my logo here. Yeah, I've used Canva for a year now, so it works for me. I like it. It's very cost effective, and the thing I like about it is that, like, for instance, if you go to Vistaprint and like other printing services, in order for you to get a good deal, you have to buy in bulk, right? So you have to buy at least 100, 200, 500 to get the price of each business card or thank you card under like 10 cents or something like that, to get them to be like 5 cents, 7 cents per thing, per business card or thank you card or whatever the case may be. And you want to keep your costs low, but what happens is that since you have to buy so much, your initial cost is a lot. And sometimes, like for instance, my thank you cards, I want to make them geared towards the holidays. I don't want to use a Christmas thank you card all throughout the year. I just want a few to use them during Christmas time. But if I was to order them through Vistaprint, I would have cards sitting until next year. Which from here to next year, with the 3 kids that I have in my home, plus pets and everything else, they could potentially get damaged. They could get wet. They could get lost, crumpled, and the list goes on. So I don't want to hold on to that inventory, especially when you have a small amount of space for your business. You don't want to keep storing a lot of things, right? So what I do is I make these right on Canva with 15 minutes or even less. I make quick thank you cards or whatever the case may be that I want to make. My washing instructions I do on here as well. And then I just print, let's say 25 at a time, and then or 50 at a time. And then when I need more, I just take 10 to 15 minutes one morning, and while I'm not busy doing anything else, I just print a few more. And that way I keep everything new, fresh. I keep circulating designs, and it's more convenient for me. Not maybe not everyone wants to do it that way, but for me, I prefer to start like this because of the cost and because I have more control over my cards. And if I get fed up with a certain thank you card or a certain washing instruction card or whatever, I can just make a new one. And I don't have to order them and then wait for them to get here and then, you know, find out what to do with the old ones. I can just make a new one, get rid of the old ones, as my orders come in, and then just go ahead and start using my new one. So yeah, anyways, let me get back to the video. So I put my logo here, and now I'm going to put Happy New Year text. You have the option of using these ones that they have, which are with like shine, glow, and neon signs and things that Canva has already made and that you can customize for yourself. But I don't really want to use these, and I haven't been using them very often. I use them sometimes, like in my old banner, but I don't always use them. So I'm just gonna go up here and add a heading. So let me move this over because you're not gonna be able to see it very well with the white 2021 in the background. Now I'm just going to change the words to Happy New Year, and then I'm gonna start looking for fonts that I might like. So there it goes. And I'm gonna keep everything white just because the background is kind of dark, and if you change it to a different color you might not be able to see it very well. So I'm gonna go here to spacing, and then I'm gonna put the line height. I'm gonna make it smaller just so that I can make my words, my font bigger, and I won't be using as much space since the lines are closer together. I hope that makes sense. And I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to go through all my fonts and try out different fonts and see which one I want to use. Now usually I go for fonts that are like cursive or script type fonts. Just because it's my personal preference, I prefer cursive and scripty fonts because I like how they look. But you can also use just regular fonts. Like in this case, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I just like the freshness of it. I think it looks pretty neat and pretty like modern, kind of cool looking. So I'm just gonna use this one, and that's it. I have a banner. I don't have to tweak it too much more. As you can see, it's not hard to do. If I wouldn't have talked so much, I would have probably got it done much quicker. But yeah. So this is my new Etsy shop banner. That's how easy it was to do. And now I'm just gonna click download, and it says here file type. It gives me the option of saving it as a PNG, a JPEG, PDF, PDF print, SVG, which SVG is part of the Pro subscription. So if you're interested in trying that out, you do need to pay for it. The first month is free, and then every month after that I think it's $12.99 unless you want to pay for the year. But like I said earlier, I just do my SVGs on Cricut. I haven't really gotten it to work for me straight from Canva. So if you want to try the free month out and see if that works for you, go right ahead. And if you find out any tricks, let me know. So they also give you the option with the Pro membership to save it on a transparent background and to compress the file, but it makes it a lower quality. In this case, I need to do neither of those. So I'm just gonna click download. And I really like that they always have these little quotes that come up as you're downloading. But in this case, I wasn't even able to read it because it was so quick to download. The software that I'm using to record my screen is not gonna let me show you like my file explorer or anything that is outside of the internet. So I want to apologize in advance now. You're not gonna be able to see like how I save it into my USB, but I will show you how I upload it into my Etsy. So I'm gonna click back into Etsy, and I'm still here on this editing my banner. Let me cancel that and go back in, and then I'm gonna put change layout. I'm gonna leave it on big banner, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add an image and look for the file that I just downloaded, and I'm gonna upload it. And since it's 1200 by 300, which is what Etsy recommends, you're not gonna have to crop it, move it around, or do anything to it. It's just gonna work. And there it goes. My banner is up. Like I said, I don't have to crop it, move it, adjust it, edit it, do anything to it, because it's the perfect size. And it's ready to go. So it doesn't really go with the pink that I always use, but I think it looks pretty cute, and it's only going to be up for a few weeks, so it doesn't really matter. I think it looks really nice, and yeah, I recommend you guys try it out. Now I'm going to just hop back into Canva real quick, and I'm going to show you how I make my thank you cards. I'm going to do it really fast, quick in a hurry, because I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I'm going to go to custom dimensions, and I'm going to click inches. Now, I print mines on 4x6 or 6x4 photo paper, glossy photo paper. But when I go back to Atlanta after my Christmas vacation, I think I'm gonna experiment with some cardstock. I have cardstock at home, just plain white, and I have color ones too that I haven't been using. I've been using them like for flashcards for my kids and stuff. But I want to try them out to see how I like them and see if maybe instead of buying photo paper, I can just buy a paper cutter and make them on cardstock and see how I like that better. I will keep you guys updated on Discord if I do like it that way. And if not, I will just continue to use my photo paper. Which, by the way, I'm going to talk about my printer real quick. I have a Epson EcoTank. It is the ET2720, which I bought last year on Black Friday from Best Buy for $250, I believe. I can't remember. I lie to you guys not. I have printed about maybe 500 sheets on it, and I have yet to replace the ink. It doesn't work on cartridges. It has little small bottles that retail for about $12 each. It's 4 of them. There's a black, a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow. And they are said to last 7,500 sheets. I have not gotten there yet, but I can tell you that since I didn't use my printer very early in the year, I was working, like I said earlier, 6 days a week. I was not really printing much on my printer, and I didn't use it much. But as the end of the year approached, I have used it a lot, and I have printed about 500 sheets, including pictures and everything. And my ink is still almost new. I mean, I probably won't have to replace the ink again for another 6 months, and it's been a year already. So I highly recommend if you have the money to invest in an EcoTank. I mean, I have the cheapest one. They have more expensive ones that have even better print quality, but my print quality, I cannot complain. it is way better than all the other printers that I have used and is way cheaper because of the ink. Because the printers that you could get like at Walmart and other places are like 30, 50, $100, but you spend so much on ink that it's not worth it as a small business owner to be buying ink constantly. I use my printer for, like I said, I don't use it for my business cards. I bought like 500 business cards from Vistaprint last year, and I still have most of them. So I won't be buying business cards for a while, and I don't print them myself. But I do use it for my thank you cards, my washing instructions. I use them for my shipping labels. I use my printer for my packing slips. I use it for my kids' school stuff. I literally use it for anything and everything that I have to print. It's the only printer that I have in my home. I gave away all my other ones, and it is amazing. So I recommend it if you don't have the money now, but you have things that you want to get in the future. Put that on your list. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So I'm gonna look for a picture for my thank you cards, and I already made one earlier. I'm just gonna make it really quick again just to show you guys. But I really think this is a cute picture for like a Valentine's Day thank you card. I have my holiday themed thank you cards, and I only have a few more of them left that I printed out. I'm just gonna use them until maybe the middle of January, and then I can start using my Valentine's Day ones. So I think this would be a very cute thank you card to use. And what I did was I just clicked here on transparency, and you can make it more transparent or just leave it how it was. But I want the information that I put on it to be a little, I want it to be legible. So I'm going to put the transparency to 75, and now it's a little dimmer, I guess you could say, the picture, and it'll make it easier for you to see the things that I put on it. I'm going to go back to my uploads, and I'm going to grab my logo again because, like I said, I put my logo on everything. I want every single thing that I send my customer for them to remember it, and if they keep it, for them to always have that Dressed by Mia shopping experience so that they can remember me and hopefully be a return customer. So yes, I'm gonna leave the logo here. Like I said, I'm gonna make this really, really quick because it's up to 30 minutes already, and I don't want to make this an hour-long video. It probably won't be 30 minutes once I finish editing it. But I want to make it just really, really quick, really simple, and I'm not going to complicate things. So I'm going to add this heading, and I wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm just going to put all the text first and kind of move it around, and then I will change the fonts and play around with the colors later. Because I just want to get this up real quick. And I find it easier just to, instead of playing with all the fonts and wasting time, I like to get everything that I want to say on the card and then playing around, because if you don't really like how something looks, you don't want to waste your time like making it look great and then it turns out you don't even like it. So I'm going to put thanks for supporting this small business, which is usually what I put on my thank you cards anyways. And then I'm going to edit this because I don't want it to be super long. I want it to be more of a smaller piece on my card. And I'm just going to leave it down here. Then I'm going to go to Elements here, and they have an Instagram, a Facebook, and an Etsy one. And I always like to add my social media widgets on my thank you cards and my washing instructions and all of that, just so that it motivates people to go search me up on social media and connect with me there. and I always write a handwritten note with on the back of my thank you cards, and I ask people to go follow me and connect with me there, and I let them know like that way they can stay up to date with like all the sales, the new products, and all of that. And I just try to get them onto my social media because Etsy is one of those places where you might get found and you might not get found. So you want to build an audience if possible, just so that you have repeat customers. So what I did here was I clicked color because I don't want this Etsy E to be white. I want it to be orange, just like Etsy, so that it's a little more clear when people see it that it's the Etsy E, the Etsy logo. They also have this one here, but I don't like it quite as much as this one. I think this one looks much cleaner and it just looks nicer, more professional. So that's the one that I usually go for. I'm just gonna move these over, and then I don't know if I'm gonna use this business card, so I'm not gonna take time to put like my email and all of that on here. But usually I either put it right under here or I will put it right up here, put my email, just so that my customers have it if they ever need it. If they ever want to send me an email, they don't have to do it through Etsy. They can contact me directly on my Gmail. So that's part of my process. And then I also use like this, not always I use this one. I just use this one for my Christmas cards. But I always have a little part of my thank you card where I leave a code, a coupon, to where next time that they go to shop with me, they get a certain percent off, which I usually offer 15%. And then I try to keep my sales throughout the year at 10% unless it's like a holiday and maybe I want to do something a little higher. Like for Black Friday, I did 25% off of shirts and 30% off masks, off of face masks. But usually I try to keep my sales at 10% just so that when people go back to use my coupon code, they feel like they have a better discount because they are a returning customer and they have 15% instead of the usual 10% that I have running throughout the year. Which I don't do it every week, but I do it at least once a month or every couple weeks. I try to put things 10% just to stimulate my sales. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pick some different fonts. I guess that one's cute, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna keep going. Now keep in mind, like I said earlier, I do have the Pro. So some of these fonts might not be available to you for use on the free version, but don't get discouraged. There are a lot of nice fonts and stock photos. So you will find something that you like and that works for you. Um, and really don't put too much pressure on yourself. I mean, we're all pretty much starting out. Even the people that we learn from and look up to, a lot of them are still learning and they're still starting out. So just do what works for you and do the best that you can, and just do something that when you look at it, you're like, wow, I made that. Like when I look at my Christmas card, I love my Christmas card, and I'm like, man, I actually made that. Like I had like my family members and stuff tell me that I should go into like designing thank you cards and stuff like that. But even though my printer's pretty good, I don't have like the best quality paper to print it on, so I can't like compete with like Vistaprint and stuff like that. So I wouldn't feel comfortable selling them. I mean, I do it for like my sister and stuff like that if she wants me to make her um some thank you cards and stuff for her business, then I don't mind doing it for her. I just have her buy the picture paper or whatever she wants to print it out on, and I will do it for her, but I don't really want to focus on that. I want to focus on my Etsy shop and get that going, and then I can go ahead and focus on other things. But let me know if you guys are interested in getting some thank you cards done, and I don't mind helping you guys out. That's why I'm making this video, because I really want to see everyone have a successful business, and I don't want you guys stressing over things that really are small, because we're still learning and we're gonna keep getting better as we go along. This isn't really what I normally go for. I usually pick like a regular font and then a cursive font because I want them to look different. So let me change this real quick. But this just gives you guys an idea of everything that you can do with Canva. Let me just leave it like that. It's not a big deal because I don't even know if I'm going to be using this. This was just to show you guys. So, yeah, and then, like earlier, you just go to download, you save it, and you send it to your printer. Recommendation that I have noticed that some things that I print out, some designs that I print out, look better when I print them out in photo, like on the high quality photo settings on my printer, and then some of them work better when I print them out on just standard quality, like if I was printing on plain white paper, it looks better. I have noticed that it has to do with the darkness of the image. So I recommend you guys not to just like go ahead and print 60 of them and just when you're done printing it, you notice that you don't like how dark it is or how light it is. Test out your printer just with one. Just print out the first one, see if it's too light or too dark, and then edit it right on your printer. You don't have to come back in here and edit the design, but like try different settings on your printer and keep printing it until you find the one that you like the most, and then you go ahead and you print out like 25 or 50 or whatever amount that you want to print out. Because if not, you're gonna waste a lot of paper, you're gonna waste a lot of photo paper, and the whole point of this is to be cost effective. So that's just a quick tip that I have for you guys. Test out your printer settings before printing out multiples. While I'm in here on Canva, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the thank you cards that I currently use, which are my Christmas ones. And I also made those here. Also, look, this was the one that I made on my last video earlier. I actually like this one better than the one I just made, but I couldn't remember what fonts I use and stuff, so I just made a new one. This is my washing instructions here, and they're not the best or anything like that. They're I guess they could be a little better, but they get the job done. I was like procrastinating on doing them, so I just decided one day, let me hurry up and get this done. Instead of just adding it as a note on the packing slip, let me make a card because it doesn't take me that long anyways. So yeah, they get the job done. They're alright. For now, those are the ones that I'll be using. And let's see if I can show you my Christmas cards real quick, because I really like those. But you guys could see all the things that I make here on Canva. I even make like my Instagram posts and things like that. So these are my Christmas cards, my holiday thank you cards, and I really, really love them. They look so nice. I'm really proud of this one. That's where I started like really getting into playing with the stock photos and stuff like that. And if you guys hear those notifications in the background, that's my Discord server. Not mine, but you know what I mean. That's the Discord notifications. The ladies are still up talking to one another. It's so nice. I love it. I actually missed a few lives today because I was trying to get this video done. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys learned something from it. I hope you guys liked it. And if you guys do make a banner or thank you cards following what I did in this video, please leave it in the Discord or tag me on social media. All my accounts are under Just by Mia. Tag me on them so I can see them. It will really make my day. I have learned so much through people on YouTube, and I really just want to give back because no one was born knowing everything. So any way that I can help, I would love to do so. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments or on the Discord. Any suggestions, any any new video ideas that you would like for me to do, because this is my first video, so I have plenty long of a road to go ahead. So yeah, just let me know what ideas for videos you guys have, or anything that you might see on my shop or anything and you want to know how I did it. Um, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a longer video than what I expected. Um, leave your likes, your comments, subscribe. I hope to be doing more videos. My son has a YouTube channel. It's Godzilla 2021, Lord of the Earth. So I see that he's constantly, like, almost every day posting. And then I see the ladies on the Discord always posting their videos, and a lot of them are also new. So kind of motivated me to stop procrastinating and just do what I can, starting out with what I feel comfortable, and then as I get more comfortable doing different type of things. So I hope you guys liked it, and I look forward to continuing to share the things that I have learned and also to learn from you guys. See you on the next video. Bye.